Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing this purple halo smoky eye. I wore this in my July favourites video and a few guys requested that I do this tutorial for you. So I'm going to start off by priming my face with my Becca backlighting primer, and then moving on to foundation. I'm going to be taking the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk and I'm just going to be pouncing that into the skin with a damp beauty blender. As we're going to be applying quite a few eyeshadows today, I'm going to make sure that I prime my eyelids first with my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, and that way it's just going to counteract any discoloration and also make sure those eyeshadows stay put all day long. So now moving back onto the face, I'm going to be taking my concealer. This one is the Make Up For Ever Ultra HD, and I'm going to be putting that in a triangle shape underneath my eyes and then blending it out with a damp beauty blender. Now to set that all in place and to bake that concealer, I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Mercier translucent powder and I'm just going to be heavily setting that underneath the eyes. So while that concealer is baking into place, I'm just going to be going in and doing my eyebrows, and then I'm going to wipe away some of the excess. So to set my foundation into place as well, I'm also going to be taking a little bit of the MAC Studio Fix powder, just because I wanted a really flawless look to the skin today and I wanted a little bit extra coverage. So I'm just going to be using that to set the rest of my foundation. So now moving on to eyes, I'm going to be taking the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hill, and I'm just going to be using the colour Bon Fresco. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I hope I am, but it's just a really beautiful sort of cool toned purple brown, and I'm just going to be using that as a transitional shade today. So I'm just going to be buffing that into the crease in windscreen wiper motions and really make sure that's blended through. So now going back into the palette, I'm going to be taking the colour Love Letter, and with a pencil brush I'm just going to be putting that on both of the outer corners of the eye and also the inner corners. And then I'm going to be picking up another blending brush. This one is the MAC 217, and with a little bit of that colour again, I'm just going to be pushing that in through the crease just to connect those two colours together. And I did go in a couple of times just to intensify the colour because I wanted to make sure that purpley pink shade was really bold and vibrant. So now I'm going to be taking the colour Venetian Red, and I'm going to be doing exactly the same process, but again I'm not going to be going too far into that Love Letter shade. I'm just going to be keeping it quite contained into the inner and the outer corners. That way we're not covering up any of the nice colour that we just put there, but we're just sort of adding a little bit more intensity and a little bit more red to the look as well. So once that's all blended out, it's going to create a really beautiful sort of purpley shade. So once that's done, I'm then going to be going back into the palette and taking the colour Cypress Umber, and again doing exactly the same process on the inner and the outer corners and just really deepening up that look. So now I'm going to be spraying a little bit of Fix Plus onto my brush, and I'm going to be taking the colour Primavera, which is this really beautiful sort of champagne-y gold colour. It's got a lot of shimmer in it and it's just going to really look beautiful on the middle part of the lid. So I'm just going to be adding that to that, and as you can see I'm kind of swiping and patting that eyeshadow in to get the most amount of pigmentation and also blending that through into the purple. Now with a pencil brush, I'm just going to be taking the colour Love Letter again, and I'm just going to be putting that underneath the eyes and really blending that through. So I did switch up my brush to a MAC 217 just to make sure that line was really nice and soft and smoky and it wasn't too harsh. So after that I did go back into the palette and take the colour Cypress Umber, which is that really nice dark brown, and with a flat definer brush I'm just going to be pushing that up against the lower lash line just to create a little bit more definition. So now I'm going to be going in and adding a little bit of winged eyeliner. So this one is a L'Oreal Super Liner, and I'm not going to be doing anything too intense and too crazy. I just wanted to add a little bit of a definition before we go in and apply some false eyelashes. So now I'm going to be adding a coat of mascara. This one is a 17 Falsifye mascara. So I'm just going to be using a couple of coats of that, and then for eyelashes today I'm going to be taking these ones by Eyelure. I actually forget the name or the number, but I'll leave everything linked down in the description box if you're interested. And then I'm going to be taking a little bit of the MAC Extended Play mascara, which is one of my favourite mascaras for the bottom lashes. It doesn't transfer and it just makes them really nice and long. So now moving on to contour, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, and the middle shade right there I'm going to be using just a contour with. So I'm just going to be adding that to the hollows of the cheekbones, around my forehead, around my jawline, and a little bit on my nose as well. So now, because I wanted a really sort of nice bronzy look to the skin, I'm going to be going in with this Hourglass ambient lighting palette, and I'm going to be picking up the bronzy shade and just going over that contour just to intensify it and also add a lot more warmth to the look as well. So now moving on to blusher, I'm going to be taking this one by L'Oreal in the colour True Rose, and I'm just going to be adding a little bit of this, and as you can see the colour is pretty much perfect for this eyeshadow look. It's just going to add the right amount of pink and purple to the look and not overpower the eyes at all. So I wanted to add a little bit of highlight to the look as well, because again no look is complete without a highlighter, and I'm going to be taking this one by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to be taking a mixture of the colour Starburst and Crush Pearl, and I'm going to be putting that on the high points of the cheekbone, the tip of my nose, and around my Cupid's bow as well. So I also went in and added a little bit to the inner corners of the eye just to really intensify it and just open up the eyes a lot more. So now to finish off the look, I'm going to be taking this lip liner by Max Factor in the colour Mauve Moment, and I'm just going to be lining my lips with this. So for lipstick today, I did go in with a Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet lipstick in the colour Don't Pink of It, and I'm just going to be putting that onto the lips, and I wanted a really sort of nice, soft, rosy, natural, sort of nude lipstick look to this, because I didn't want to do anything that was too overpowering, but you guys can use whatever lipstick you want. I think like a really dark purple would look amazing in like the colder months if you ever did this look. So I did want to add a little bit of shine to this, so I also went in with the Urban Decay lip gloss in the colour Nuna. So guys, that completes this look. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also if you're new to my channel, I would love to have you here as a subscriber. So don't forget to click that red subscribe button right here, and it will notify you of all of my upcoming videos, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!